I'm making barbecue chicken drumsticks. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna put it back in here and then just rinse it out and then I'm gonna add the barbecue. I'm only adding 2 seasonings. Okay guys, I'm just gonna use this one. And the barbecue sauce. Huh?
Be generous.
And cream?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so now I'm gonna add the barbecue sauce. So this is how the after looks. We added a little bit more seasoning. So now Cream's gonna smoke it for me. Thank you, boss.
You're welcome.
So this is how the after. Okay, so now I have buttered up the corn. And I'm kind of gonna do it with my mom's style. So I buttered it up first. Now I've done the other side, but I've added black pepper, garlic salt, garlic powder, paprika. And that's pretty much it. So just seasoning it up right now. It actually looks so good. Like she does as well. Just a little bit of garlic powder, nothing crazy. That's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna foil them and put them in the oven. Great. Okay, I foiled all the corn, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven just like this. Okay guys, the corn is in. It only needs like 20 minutes. And the rice only needs like 20 minutes. So it's perfect. Food will be ready soon. Okay guys, please excuse my little zit over here, but I'm going to answer this question and then several others to wrap up the night. But basically, the music box that I bought is from a company called Wonderful Life. And there's an interesting story behind this music box because, well, Taj has always loved them since he was a baby. Like my best friend got him one and then I bought him 2 more because he was obsessed with it. And I found out later that the one from Turkey that I bought, the 2 that I bought from Turkey, is from a brand called Wonderful Life. So it's made in Turkey. And I later found out that Odin Parker, that little US kids store that I go to in Fashion Island, has the same exact brand on his shelves of music boxes, except his are like 100 and I got them for like 65 each in Turkey. So I was like, so I did some research and indeed found out that his last name is a Turkish last name. So I don't know if he's Turkish for sure, but he definitely buys Turkish items. So I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I will not be doing anything new to the nursery. I do not have the energy for that. I will say though, we are going to tweak his playroom. I mean, we're just adding wallpaper and then a couple of like hot air balloons in there, but we're not doing anything crazy. Closet is going to be completely changed because he's going to move into the playroom, but he won't move into the playroom officially until he's baby's 6 months old or whatever, 4 months, but whenever she transitions to crib. But I am not in the mood to do that, like fix up a nursery. Like I feel like I worked hard on my nursery and I don't want to put something else together. Maybe I'll change something a little. I don't know. I can't even think of what I would turn it into, but I kind of want to wait until I'm done having kids first. And then once she's old enough, I don't even think I want more than 2 kids to be honest. But anyways, once she's old enough, like I think that's just going to be her room, you know? So we'll turn it into this like girly room for her. And then Tadji will have his little room. So it'll be fun. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing anything to the nursery. Don't get me started, girl. So Meg is talking about the soft cubes that I saw at Bloomingdale's. And you know what, Meg? I thought it was face cloths too. That's why I even picked it up. I was like, oh, how cute. These are like little burp cloths, you know? No, they're not. They're literally just soft blocks. And like, they were way too overpriced for what they were. I'm not trying to get some soft blocks for someone's baby, you know? Okay, Mindy, congratulations on your baby. I would say, I mean, I'm usually the one asking questions, but it's just interesting that I'm giving someone advice for the first time. But I would say get a double stroller for sure. Because, I mean, if you plan to have more kids, you want to have a stroller that can transition to 2 instead of having to push around 2 strollers. I think that is the best thing when it comes to strollers. Secondly, definitely get a car seat that is lightweight, especially for the infant car seat, because you will have times where you're taking that car seat everywhere with you, like to dinner. And Tad just slept under so many dinner tables, you know what I mean? So definitely have a lightweight car seat. Ours was, I think, like 9 pounds, and it was the lightest one on the market. They might even have a lighter one on the market now. I'm not even kidding. They make new stuff all the time, so definitely check see what the latest item is. But ours is a Nuna car seat, and I think a lot of people have that one. It's because it's so lightweight. The next one for the lounger, I definitely recommend a lounger. Yeah, you're gonna need one of those, a bouncer. And honestly, you can't go wrong with whichever one you get. Just find one that's comfortable for your baby. You definitely need at least one bouncer and one lounger. I don't think you need anything else. You know, we didn't really, I feel like for Taj, we didn't have too many items. Kind of kept it simple, and it was like just enough. I'm going to answer this question. This person said I was mean for not responding earlier, so I'm going to respond now. I'm sorry. But I will say that every kid is different, okay? And my advice is to never compare your kids to others, right? Never do that. Like, I could sit here and compare my son to Henna's daughter all day long. Amelia is extremely advanced. And I could sit here and be like, why didn't like Tash do this at this age? Or why isn't Tash saying this at this age? And I could do that all day long. But first of all, I think every kid is developing differently. And like, you as a parent, you're doing great. I mean, the fact that you're even thinking that there's something wrong just speaks a lot about your personality, right? It says a lot about your parenting. You care as a parent, and I think you're doing great. If I had to offer some type of advice, maybe if there's like some type of language delay, I do know Taj is a little bit advanced in his language. And the reason for that is, I will say, is we've been reading to him since he was an infant. And I don't think it has to do with screen time at all. Like, sure, he doesn't get screen time, but I don't think it doesn't affect it that much. Because like my sister Henna, like, I'm not a scientist. Like, I don't really know. Again, this is like, there's been research done on this stuff, and there's just not enough information, right? But my sister Henna, right, she gives her daughter controlled screen time, and her daughter is extremely advanced for her age. So I don't think that's what this is. However, if you feel like as a parent you want to put in more time or work with your kid, I recommend doing it in the mornings, honestly, like at breakfast. Get some flashcards and read to them those flashcards. And they have so much fun with flashcards, more than anything, I feel, or books, right? Like, I think that engagement between a parent and a kid and just like speaking to them is the best way for them to learn. And if you feel like there's like a language delay or something, honestly, that's probably the best way to do it. But I honestly don't think I would compare your kid to others. I think your kid's doing great. And honestly, eventually all kids catch up. So it doesn't really matter. Like, by the time, he or she hits kindergarten, they're going to be fine. They're going to catch up. They're going to socialize. They're going to be like, there are kids who probably have the worst parents in the world and end up at Harvard. Like, just don't say that about your kid. Your kid's not delayed. Let's just say that, he'll catch up at some point, and that you're going to do your best as a parent.